folks, Aaron Day here with another quick business tip. And today I want to talk to you about how to do staff performance reviews, which is a pretty big topic. So what I'm going to focus on are the key high value 8% leverage points that are going to help you get the most out of the review process and make sure that it runs smoothly for you. So I'm going to start all of that off talking about the preparation, because good preparation for a staff review means that it's going to be easy to keep it on track. It's going to mean it's easy for you to keep it to time. And it's also going to mean that both you and the person that you'll be sitting with to review are going to get value out of the process. So there's 5 tips that I've got in the preparation to make sure that things run smoothly. First tip is you want to make sure that you've got a copy of the role description. And you also want to make sure that they have a copy of the role description and that the role description clearly outlines the key performance indicators and the measures of those key performance indicators. And if you saw the previous video, you'll know that I was talking about having the hard measure key performance indicators and the soft measure key performance indicators. And they're managed a little bit differently. So the next thing that we want to make sure is that we have our reports or our data around the hard measure key performance indicators, so that we can either tick the box, yes, that key performance indicator has been achieved, or no, it hasn't, what do we need to do about it? So it's also a good idea to make sure that the team member that you're going to sit down with and review, that they also have access to those results before the meeting. So once we've got that, we then move on to managing the soft KPI measures, and that should really be done, I recommend, by keeping notes in between performance reviews and just making general observations, taking feedback from other team members and even from customers, and wherever feedback tends to come from that's perhaps non-specific and not particularly measurable in terms of numbers or percentages, but more as general feedback, but that's still worth sharing with the person that you're about to sit down with. So make sure you've got those notes pre-prepared, and ideally, if you can, try to keep those notes in the order or reorganise those notes into the order of the KPIs and the role description, because that's your agenda. So that'll just help the meeting flow a little bit easier. So once you've got that, the next thing you need to do is make sure that you've given advance notice to the person that you're about to sit down with and review. Obviously, you want to give them the opportunity to prepare for that meeting, because that's going to make the meeting run smoother, it's going to make it more constructive, and it's going to make the kind of mood of the meeting much more positive if they're already prepared and informed. Which leads to the 5th and final point in preparation for your meeting is mindset. Mindset for the meeting should be that you're two people looking to sit down and have a constructive discussion about how we can improve the business and how we can improve things in general. Some traditional approaches to performance reviews are kind of the managerial position sits up here and the workers down here. That doesn't create a constructive environment, and it doesn't make for a good mood, and it's not an enjoyable process. If you treat it a bit more like the two of you are kind of equals in trying to figure out the best way to move forward and the best way to get the best results for the business, you'll have a much better review. So that's my tips for preparation. In the next video, I'll talk to you about how you can run the actual meeting and some tips to get the most out of it when it's actually happening. Bye for now.